What's going on, YouTubers? Today's video is going to be about top 5 characters that should come back for the Locust on Gears of War multiplayer. And I feel like, guys, I'm going to tell you guys right at the bat, I'm not really enjoying the Swarm skins. They're not really all that to me. So I'm making this video to let you guys know that I personally think Coalition should bring back the original Locust skins. I'm sure most of you guys will agree with me, but the top 5 characters I believe that should come back. And I'm going to start off, the first one is the Golden Hunter. He was my favorite Locust skin, and I always used him, even in Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I think he was a badass. The golden armor was so nice. And he was like just such a cool character to use. I remember in Gears of War 3, he was very, very hard to get, guys. If you guys remember, you needed 2,000 kills on each starting weapon to get him. That's what I remember. And it was not easy whatsoever to get that. And the fact that when I used him, I felt like I was an original character. Like, not a lot of people got to use him, and I felt like he was his own special way as a cool Locust. And I felt like a badass as him with golden armor and his Drinan Deer light skin. So I think they should bring him back. And if they ever bring him back, I'm definitely gonna start using him more often than all the Locusts. He was literally my favorite Locust to use in Gears of War 3 and Gears of War Ultimate Edition. And the fact that it was very, very challenging to get him just made me feel like I accomplished something special. So if you guys remember, comment below. But in Gears of War Ultimate Edition, he was pretty easy to get. All I had to do was pre-order him in Best Buy. But now you're able to buy him in the marketplace. But I haven't been playing Gears of War 1 because I don't have an Xbox One anymore. But when I was playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition, I was just always the Golden Hunter. Now, the next Locust skin that should come back is the Drinan Deer. Now, he was my other favorite Locust before the Golden Hunter. Now, many people will probably agree because I like to say most people in Gears of War has played that character the most out of all skins. I really noticed that, or I might be lying, or I might be seeing things, but every time in a multiplayer match, there's at least 2 or 3 people all the time using that skin. And I used to use the skin a lot all the time too, and he was very, very fun to use, and they should bring him back. Now, the fact that he has no armor and he just looked like a badass when he was playing multiplayer gameplay, and he didn't take up a lot of space. He wasn't too big or too small. He didn't take up a lot of cover when using him. Now, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but some Locust characters and skins were too big in the other Gears of War games. I did not enjoy beating them. I noticed they were much harder to wall bounce, and it took up more cover for some reason. I noticed that. But they should definitely bring back the Drinan Deer. And I don't know if you guys remember, he killed Carmine in Gears of War 1 and scored that headshot, but memories. But they should definitely bring him back. Now, the third skin that should come back definitely is the Locust Queen. Now, she was awesome. She was badass. And many people like using her. She didn't take up a lot of cover, and she was very small. And when I was using her, it felt, I don't know if this is my imagination, but what I noticed in Gears of War 3 is if you're a smaller skin character, I noticed you wall bounce a lot faster. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I felt like when I was her. I felt like I had a huge advantage as her. But it's not the fact that it's the advantage. It's basically she's a female character, and a lot of people demanded her in multiplayer. And not only that, there's a lot of female Gears of War players that want a female Locust on the Gears of War side. I mean, on the Locust side. And so it finally happened, and it was pretty unique that they offered that in Gears of War 3. And she was very cool, like I said. And you know, she was very vicious in all the Gears of War games, even though we didn't really see her in Gears of War 1. A lot of people always wanted to know, you know, who was the main villain of the game. But other than that, I think she should come back. I think it was really cool, and they offered that in Gears of War 3. Now, the fourth skin that should definitely come back is General Ram. He was a fucking badass, of course, and I don't have to explain to you guys much why he's so cool, and a lot of people like using him. But there was a huge disadvantage using him. He was so big that he took up too much cover. When I was him, I just kept getting headshot under cover. He was just too big, and I obviously think that Coalition should make him as small as possible, because he just takes up too much cover, for God's sakes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you're him, you take up way too much cover. He's freaking huge in all the Gears of War games. He was the biggest in Gears of War 1, definitely, but Gears of War 3, he was the smallest. I noticed that. But other than that, they should definitely bring him back. He's a big classic Locust character that a lot of people like using, and his black armor was so devastating too. And you know, when he defeated him in Gears of War 1 in the boss battle, it was absolutely insane. So he definitely needs to make a return in Gears of War 4. And I really don't like the Swarm skins once again. If they could just bring back the Locust skins, for God's sake, please do, Coalition. Now, the final skin that should definitely make a return is Scourge. Now, guys, if you guys remember, he was awesome. To me, he was more badass than General Ram. I could be lying, but that's just my opinion. He looks so cool. He looks like a Predator from Alien vs. Predator. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, but that movie's complete dog shit. It's really bad. Don't ever watch it. But anyway, he looks like the Predator, and not only that, he was so cool. And Cantuses were really fun too, but it was a big surprise to see him in Gears of War 2. A lot of people didn't expect him. And he was like the most picked Gears of War 2 skin out of all Locusts. I really noticed that, and it was so annoying. When I was him, I didn't want to be him because everybody else was him. And it was so overrated and annoying. I'm surprised he never made a return in Gears of War 3. A lot of people like using him, and he was just badass looking. And not only that, he didn't take up a lot of cover. He was very skinny and small. And a lot of people just like using him. And a lot of people like using Candaces too. Candaces are pretty cool Locust skins. And they're pretty badass bosses to take on. But he should definitely come back. And like I said, it was so annoying when everybody was him. I did not enjoy being him too much. But when I was him, I felt like I was a total badass. And he should definitely make a return in Gears of War 4. As a DLC, but that's all Coalition's opinion. Now, guys, remember, this is all opinions. You guys should comment below and let me know, what do you guys think? What kind of skins should make a return? But other than that, this is my opinion. This is what I think. I think Locust skins need to come back. I'm not into the Swarm skins, like I said. I feel like they're not really that cool in my opinion. There's always some some Swarm skins I like the Squadron Elite. I think he looks really cool, but other than that, the other Swarm Locusts, just don't like them. I don't even like the robots in this game. The Shepherds, they are just very boring to use, and they're a huge disadvantage. When you're the Shepherds and you run, a lot of people can hear you so easy, and then when you land shots at them, you can hear the shots land them, which gives the enemy a huge advantage to beat you. So it gives a COG a huge advantage to know where you're at, and when you're running, like I said, it makes too much noises. If somebody's using a good headset and mic, you're going to be able to hear that very well. But that's it for today's video. These are just all opinions, guys, and this is what I think that should happen. But you guys should comment below on my channel and tell me that what kind of original skins would you like to see on the Locust side. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you see more content. But like I said, guys, feel free to comment below and let me know what you guys feel about this. But bye-bye.